Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to see the summary of the Ecstasy of Rita Jo Act 1 from page numbers 37 to 50. I hope you remember the last session where the magistrate advised Rita Jo to go back to her reservation or else to follow the standards of the white people if she wants to live in the city. Now let's see today's portion. Now, the magistrate reads the report brought by a policeman. In that report, it is mentioned that Rita Jo was arrested by two undercover policemen. Undercover policemen means the policemen, they are not in their uniforms, they were in mufti. But Rita Jo refuses this complaint and she tries to explain the truth in her side. She tells the magistrate while she was driving back home, she saw two policemen and made a funny comment on them. So the two policemen got irritated and they followed Rita Jo until they were joined by the third policeman. By this time, Rita Jo was arrested and they made her to get into their car and thrusted a $5 bill into her pocket. Can you guess why those three policemen did so? Because they wanted to take revenge upon Rita for making some funny comments on them. Now, the scene was changed like that. She became a prostitute and she demanded some amount from them without knowing that these people were policemen as they were in their undercover operation. I hope you are able to follow the story. ஏன்னா ரீட்டா ஜோ இந்த மூணு பேரையும் கிண்டல் பண்ணதுனால அவள் மேலே ஒரு பொய்யா ஒரு பழி போடுறதுக்காக தான் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, அவள் பண்ணாத தப்ப அவள் பண்ணுற மாதிரி காமிக்கிறதுக்காக இவங்க மூணு பேரும் போலீஸ் அப்படிங்கிற விஷயம் அவள் தெரியாமலேயே இவங்க மூணு பேரையும் ப்ராஸ்டியூட் பண்ண கூப்பிட்டதாகவும் அதுக்காக $5 பணம் கேட்டதாகவும் பொய்யா ஒரு கம்ப்ளைண்ட்டை அவன் மேலே ஃபைல் பண்ணி ஷீ வாஸ் அரெஸ்டட். Unfortunately, her story doesn't convince the magistrate. He tells her very strictly if she wants to prove herself as innocent, she has to bring some witnesses who talk in favor of her. Once again, he raised the question about the little girl whom he saw in the Caribou countryside. The name of the countryside is Caribou, Cariboo. Rita Jo tells him she doesn't know anything about the baby. He also tells Rita Jo that he has two sons who are free to do whatever they want and the magistrate does not interfere in his son's affairs. But if he has a girl, he will never allow the girl to do whatever she wishes because girls will be easily blamed by the society. Rita Jo is also given a piece of advice by the magistrate. He tells her that there is no use of hiding her daughter from the world. If she is not able to bring her child up, that means if she is not able to provide the kid proper food, education and clothing, she can give that baby in adoption to someone else. And Rita gets very angry when she hears these words. She tells him she prefers to kill her own baby rather than she is being adopted by someone. After giving a harsh reply to the magistrate, Rita Jo wants to go home. Once again, she falls back into her memory with Eileen Jo, her younger sister. But in this memory, we can see Jamie Paul, Eileen Jo, the old woman and the 4 young Indian men are present. In this memory, Eileen Jo tells Rita Jo that she has been breaking up her relationship with her fiancé. Now, except the 4 young Indian men, everybody leaves from her memory. And now Rita Jo feels alone and she wants to join with the 4 young Indian men. But those four Indian men are not willing to accept Rita Jo in their gang. Girls, please do remember these things are only her memory. Then, three witnesses come to the court to say the witness against Rita Jo. One of the three witnesses come forward and tells the court that he has offered $3 to Rita Jo for having sex with her. But Rita Jo does not react to this statement as she is mentally lingering in her world of memory with the four young men. ஸோ இவங்க சொல்கிற எதுவுமே அவங்களோட காதில் ஏறவும் இல்லை பிகாஸ் அவங்க வந்து ஃபிசிக்கலாக தான் இங்கே ப்ரெசென்ட்டே தவிர மென்டலி ஷீ இஸ் சம்வேர் எல்ஸ். At that time, Jamie Paul also enters her memory along with the four young men. Then the second witness comes forward and he tells he has offered $5 to Rita Jo for having sex, and also he adds one more note that Rita Jo expressed her wish of becoming a teacher to the second witness. As soon as they hear her wish of becoming a teacher, the whole court burst into laughter. So the sound of the laughter brings Rita Jo back to the reality, and she sees everybody is laughing at her. Rita Jo feels humiliated, and in her memory, she goes towards Jamie Paul for consolation, and both of them lie down and embrace each other. After a few moments, Jamie Paul leaves her. Now her memory fades away. Now the policeman come back to the court and he submitted a report to the magistrate. Now the magistrate charges Rita Jo for stealing. And he tells Rita Jo this is the 7th case she is going to appear within a year's time. That means within 1 year she is charged for 7 crimes. Rita Jo tries to justify her action by saying that she is so hungry and she has no money with her. That's why she involved in the act of stealing. Now the policeman and the magistrate start to dig into the past history of Aileen Jo. The policeman informs the magistrate that Rita Jo failed to maintain a good record in her school days too, and she was punished for so many mistakes in her school days. But Rita Jo disagrees with the policeman. She tells her that she did not do anything purposefully in her school days. The magistrate now gets angry and he tells Rita Jo not to blame the policeman. He sarcastically tells Rita Jo she is the only one human being who never commits any mistake. All the times, all the mistakes are done by the other people, not by Rita Jo. And repeatedly he advises her to go back to her reservation, and if she wants to live in the society, she has to follow the standards of white people to lead a peaceful life.